I'd rather give away a car. In fact, one of my goals is give away a car.
Funny enough, I'm in lack of a car and
Funny enough, I got driving license.
what is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Yapper Show. My name is Billy.
And I'm Jing Yi, and today we have a returning guest, Kevin.
It's me again. I'm sorry you're tired of me again. I'm talking about money this time, so there's some incentive for you to listen.
Yes, so today we'll be yapping about how to make money. Okay, so let's talk about everyone's first ever job. Okay, part-time also can. Billy, what was yours?
I was 14 years old, working at Burger King.
Earning how much?
$6 an hour. Yeah, I remember each shift was like maybe 6 hours. I earned $36 each shift. I remember I worked 3 shifts before, and then I thought like $100+ I was like, wow, I think.
Wow, sweet job.
Yeah, turns out it's shit now. I was like, what the hell am I thinking?
My first part-time job was when I was 14 also. I was working in some restaurant at Next. Earning $7 per hour.
Hey, that's $1 higher than me, bro.
Hey, it's 我的是 restaurant 你的是 fast food Now don't have $7 already. Now they minimum $9, $10 already
Bro, if now got $7, they are literally exploiting us.
I grew up very privileged, so I never had to work part-time. But I think I traded watches in Carousel when I was in army. So that time I think it was still going up. So I could buy these Casio watches online and then list them on Carousel. It's dropship, right? So I don't even have the stock. So when people buy, then I place the order online. So at that point in time, I think the watch was only like $7, $8 on.
Casio $7, $8?
Yes, but it's those very thin strapped one.
Oh,
I can't remember. Those like really plasticky. But it's good quality. Casio is good brand, right? But I think because of the discount, whatever, it's only $10. And then I sold it for double to kids. Yeah, very funny. They come back $20 watch on me. All these 10 to 15-year-old kids, because they cannot buy. I fleece kids, man. No, I'm just kidding. But they cannot buy online, because there's no credit card. So you buy Carousel.
Well, you're basically exploiting kids.
After watches, then I went into direct sales.
What sales?
Direct sales. So loosely quoted, we call it multi-level. So it's a very, very stigmatized industry. I remember at 18 years old, my friend called me. She called me, she said, Kevin, I recently started an online distribution business with some very successful people. We're looking for some good quality, sharp individuals to work with. Then I was going through mania at that phase, right? I just came out of depression and mania. So I listened to the call, I was like, that's me. I'm sharp and ambitious. Because mania is an extremely high state, right? That's mania. You think you're the savior of the world. So I went there, I remember, my God. I was so high, I saw the presenter presenting. He's like, he said he can make 200k in like 5 years or something. I'm like, what the heck? 5 years? Give me 1 year. Then I told the person who signed me up on the spot. Then she said, no, Kevin, you go through a process. I said, shut up. Give me the form, I sign up on the spot. It could have been a scam, right? But thankfully, the company that I was in and the mentorship that I went for was really, really, I count my lucky stars, right? One of the most blessings I've ever had. Most sincere, industrious, spiritual individuals that gave me the foundation of business. And I stayed there for 10 years, crazy.
Wow.
From 18 to 28. Seriously, yeah. I left it already, but I still have passive income from there. And the revenue running through there is like 7 figures.
Wow.
Yeah, so hundreds of people in my organization, but I left it really. It's all passive. That was my first ever thing. And then I went into training. So I went to speaking in schools, share my story, mental health. I became a clown as well for birthday parties.
Wow. Like literally you dress up.
I dress up a bit, help kids. I host parties for kids.
Oh my God.
Very fun, because you know why? You give me 80 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's good money
Yeah, it's a party thing. So it's good, but then you have to play, you have to go down there. I think it's like 3 hours. Yeah, so they pay like 80. And then a lot of SOTA students were doing it, I remember. Then there was this SOTA girl that was like having to dance with kids, I remember. So interesting.
Pay you $80 to be a clown.
You can.
I can.
80, I've been a clown my whole life, bro. So now, full-time job. What is your actual full-time job? Like most people only know you as Radical Kindness, and they don't really know how you actually make money.
Yeah, that's the thing. So like that's a good thing and a bad thing, I feel. Like there's some mystery to it, but at the same time, also because my position is not clear, people don't know what services I provide. Most of my income comes from training and speaking. And obviously my direct sales model that I told you about, which is passive income. Then now I'm going to furniture as well as content consulting. Yeah, so doing masterclasses as well as upselling, consulting and agency stuff. A lot of doors have opened to me in terms of partnerships, right? Radical Homes, my furniture business, started last year with a follower that called me up and wanted to invest in property in me. I said, how are you getting that money at 19 years old? He said, I sell furniture. I'm like, what the heck, are you a scam? So I came back, he's not a scam, right? Very competent, dropped out of poly at 17. So I said, we combine I give furniture away to the underprivileged, we build a brand around it. That's how Radical Homes started.
How do you build on such diversified path?
I think it's really about finding out what's your radical factor. That's why I coined it. People say I'm radical, but I truly believe that everybody has that spark in them, has that uniqueness in them that is buried by formal education. Because formal education, I'm no issues with formal education, right? My parents are both teachers, and I go to MOE schools to teach, and I respect teachers. But the reality is, right, our education system is so perfect that it's broken. It's so standardized that every time you have standardization, you will always lack personalization. And kids will grow up believing that their worth is dependent on a fixed set of variables. Your grades are, if you are students watching this, right, this uni, whatever, your grades can never judge your ability to lead, to communicate, to persuade, to sell, to gather people together. You can't. And these are skill sets that help you to make money. So go out there, like Billy, explore part-time work, figure out what you're good at, research about money, look at people who have done it before, and then you find whatever vehicles you want to double down on.
So with all these businesses and all these jobs that you have, right, how do you really manage your time coping with everything?
Broadly speaking, if you want to talk about time management, you plan it horizontally and vertically. So horizontally, you list out all your big priorities. Then vertically, what are the specific tasks you need to do in each. So in my Notion, I will have different categories. Then within each category, I will have tasks to do. Then at the start of the week, on Sunday, I will plan them in my calendar. And then you can change it and tweak it along the way. It saves you a lot of time in a week. That being said, I have overstretched myself in the last year, working 18-hour days without stopping. And yes, I'm a bit drained. So now I'm pausing RK, very sad. Is that my baby? I need to put it on a pause. I have to pause it to build my other shit and then come back to it when I have more money to give up.
So actually, with all the setbacks that you have faced, right, what keeps you motivated?
I wish I could tell you like, oh, it's my dream, but the reality is that it's pain. Pain is the biggest motivator for me. All my businesses have been a result of my pain and wanting to prepare people to undergo similar pain. Like I cannot prevent people from mental health conditions, right? I cannot protect people from it. But I can say that, hey, let me run my businesses to prepare you to face life, to hopefully give you a bit of wisdom, to give you a bit of encouragement. Every one of my businesses is a subset of either love or resilience, which is both of my tattoos on my hands because I work with my hands, right? So this is Rose. It's inspired by one of my favorite songs by Westlife called The Rose. There's a heartbeat here because this is what my heart beats for. When I shake somebody's hand, it's an extension of my love. Then the left side is a phoenix to represent rising from the ashes. There's Fu and Mu here, my mom and my dad. It's the testament to them being the strongest pillars in my life. So everything that I do is to ignite the human spirit to love and to overcome.
Okay, so you have been very vocal about your struggles with your mental health, right? So has any of those struggles ever affect how you approach money and your work and success?
It doesn't just affect it, right? It is almost as if it's like the reason why I do it. It's like informs me. Obviously not from a business angle, but more of like a personal motivation angle. And also in the way I treat my employees and people that I work with. I try my best to prioritize people over profit. Sometimes it's not always easy because business is business. But I believe in compassionate capitalism. Yeah, I'm a guy that believes capitalism is good, but it has to be with compassion. And sometimes I struggle with that because frankly speaking, there's so many ways to get do things cheaper.
You talk about compassion, capitalism, right? I feel like not a lot of people have that. And those people that wants to do compassion capitalism, they don't usually get very rich. I mean, they do, but not as much. I always have this thinking, right, that morals are only for the middle working class comfortable people.
Interesting thought process.
Rich people don't have morals. Poor people cannot afford to have morals. So all the morals only lie to the middle sandwich working class.
Yeah.
Of course, it doesn't mean all, but yeah, I always have this theory for that.
I'll add on a little bit on that because people do say, especially people who don't understand the wealthy, how they function, how they think, they have a certain resentment towards the wealthy, like you should give back, you should whatever, you should not be so arrogant. But I tell you something, I'm telling you for a fact that I'm not being very, very wealthy people, right? Maybe max 8 figures. The people who have betrayed me, the people who have backstabbed me, the people who have double-crossed me are always the broke ones, not the wealthy ones. Because the broke ones are the ones, right, that will jump when there's an offer because they are tied by survivability. People are not loyal to you. They are loyal to the need of you. When the need is gone, they vanish. So their loyalty is only dependent on their need of you. When someone else can provide a greater need, they go. They don't care if they double cross you. So that's an interesting thing to just share with you all, in case you all think that the rich people are the ones that are evil. It's a bit of both.
What is one important money lesson that you have learned in your life?
I'll give you an analogy. If today both of you are on a plane, the pilot comes up to you and says, Billy, Jing Yi, I'll give you $1 million to jump off this plane. Will you do it?
Not without a parachute.
No parachute.
No, then no lah.
You all say as if you can operate a parachute. Confirm, there's nothing I say and do that will have changed your mind.
Unless I don't die.
No, circumstance is what I give you. Whether you die or not is a variable.
No, but if I die, there's no point in taking the million one, right?
But the point I'm trying to make is this: when you first mentioned airplane, you are dead set and you're adamant that you're not going to jump, right? Where do you see most airplanes actually?
In the sky.
Sky.
Airport.
It's an airport on the ground.
Or you're trying to say, oh,
And not just that, when I say airplane, you think of a Boeing. You probably think of a Boeing, right? I never say it can't be a single propeller plane. From the ground to the floor is like 2 meters. The point I'm trying to make is that most important thing to make money, right, is you need to understand that this thing called paradigm. A paradigm is a set belief system that society conditions you or your parents condition you to believe that, oh, I only can make 3 to 4K when I graduate. That's a paradigm. You think that the plane is flying when it's actually on the ground. And because of that, you miss out opportunities that results from fear because you think the plane is flying. When you know that airplanes on the ground, there are a lot of opportunities that you can grab. So my perspective to you guys, and my biggest lesson I will believe in money when I learned at 18 years old, is believe that the plane is not always flying. Because if your fundamental belief system is that I can only make 4K a month, which is what society conditions you to believe, then your self-esteem will reflect your income level.
Then do you think is it better to be multi-skilled or ultra-focused when starting out a business?
I think as an entrepreneur, like if you start out, you do have, especially if you're a sole proprietor, you do have to handle a lot of things. Once you get enough resources, I firmly believe that you should outsource it and focus on what you're good at. That's what I'm doing now, aggressively. So your time should really be spent on what you're very good at. You should get co-founders or partners that are better than you in certain areas, like systems, like management. They should focus on what you're good at. In my case, it's vision, it's strategy, it's getting attention to the brand.
I feel I need to learn this, because I feel like I'm a jack of all trades, that kind of thing.
But master of none.
Literally. I feel like I want to go and pick up a bit of everything, in different sectors. Then I don't want to go and master like this one skill. I feel bored.
Actually, I have the same thing as you. That's why I said, right, in the last year or so, I don't make as much money because I was in so many places at once, thinking that I could go into this and make money from here and then manage multiple things. I can tell you for a fact, and these are said by people who are way richer than me, like Alex and Mozi. One channel, one platform, one business. It's the fastest way to get a 7 figures. And if I just focus, technically, I really just focus on one, I would argue there's a lot better. It's just that now I'm indebted to my partners in Radical Homes and I'm building both at the same time. But one is more than enough if you can compound your knowledge and double down.
Okay guys, now we will go into a quick fire round, okay? First question, save first or invest first?
Depends on the outcome. If let's say you're getting a marriage, you want to have marriage, you want to have a property, whatever, you need to save a certain amount in order to get there. For me personally, I like to invest because I don't have a girlfriend and nothing to spend on, so I'm like, save for what, yeah. So I just invest everything.
For rainy day? I always thought that save more important first than invest, because if you don't even save, right, where are you going to get the money to invest?
I think you should have a pot of savings for emergency funds as well as for deployment where you have a good investment opportunity. Or for a good business opportunity, if you don't have the funds, like shit.
Alright, second question. Cash or credit?
Credit is convenient and it will cause you to get more miles and whatever, cashback. But you can also abuse it, so don't abuse credit. A lot of people abuse credit, then it becomes bad.
Yeah, who the hell uses cash nowadays? Okay, no, not about cash.
Debit
Yeah, debit. I feel like really WSO, at least debit, you know that this is all you have and that this is all you can spend.
I think credit is dangerous if you don't know how to use it properly.
Have you bust your credit before?
Never. I've never used a credit card.
Even until now?
Yeah. I've never bought anything on credit. But it's prudent to use it. It's just that I'm very lazy to care about money. Because, you see, I would be richer if I actually care about money. But I almost died because of losing money. So now that I've came out of that, right, I'm just like, whatever. That's why I don't have any attachments. It's a good and bad thing.
I mean, next question, I'm pretty sure we all know your answer, but will you choose passion or money?
I think you can have both. Why not have both? But if I had to choose one, it has to be passion. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Alright, would you rather start a business or invest in other people's startups?
Oh, I do both, but I think if I really were to choose, I would say start. But I would start with people who are good at what they do. So technically, it's not like... Technically, I mean, I'm still investing in others. You get what I mean? I'm bringing people in, I'm investing to them. So it's technically the same thing, yeah. But if you ask me to just invest purely in another business, I will only do it if there's the very strong potential or the check boxes get checked out.
Okay, next question. Work hard or work smart?
I have to choose one is definitely work hard. Because there's no such thing as a half-hearted champion. You cannot go in halfway and think that you're going to succeed. You have no chance. Like you're competing against people who are machines. If you're not a machine yourself, you have no chance. And I know that this is going to sound like a very toxic hustle shit, right? But the reality is this, business is really very competitive. And if you don't put in the work, you just don't have any chance of succeeding. So you have to work hard, but you also have to work smart. But I much rather you work hard in something that your potential be a 10 than work hard at something you only have potential be a 6.
Passive income or active hustle?
I was brainwashed to believe that passive income is the way to go. I've been hearing that phrase for 10 years.
Because it's like MLM.
So yes, I'm getting passive income now from that business, but I will always be hustling. Like, it's a lifestyle. You can't take it out of me. How can I be passive? I cannot be a guy that sits by the beach and like looks at the sunset. Do I look like a guy? I can't. I'll just stand up and probably be thinking about how to monetize the beach.
Okay, next question. Would you rather have a big house or a fancy car?
I will choose it only if I had to buy it for my wife or my girlfriend. I would never spend money on myself. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Funny enough, I like it when people spend on me. So
you wouldn't want a big house nor a fancy car?
No, not for myself.
Damn.
Okay. No.
Interesting.
I'd rather give away a car. In fact, all my goal is to give away a car.
Funny enough, I'm in lack of a car. And
Funny enough, I got driving license. Okay, lastly, if you could give one piece of money advice to your younger self, what would it be?
To work smarter a little bit. Yeah, because I feel like I work really hard, but I wasn't smart with how I deploy my time and leverage. If you want to be rich, you got to understand the word called leverage. There are 4 kinds of leverage: code, media, labor, and knowledge. So you got to learn how to use leverage to your advantage and make money, let money work for you in a very cliche way.
But previously, just now you were saying that work hard is important.
Yeah, but I worked very hard already. So if I add on the smart, I would have been a lot more resources. But then again, if I didn't go through what I go through, radical kindness wouldn't be around. If I were to say one last thing, never let your wallet define your worth. You might look up to these people because of social status and how society conditions you to think. But when you cut them open, they still bleed the same blood. They still have the same issues. They laugh about the same things. And these people are as normal as anybody. They have just found a vehicle and they have found a reason. That's all.
And that's it for this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you Kevin for returning to us once again and teaching us the value of money. Do let us know down in the comment section below what other topics you want us to talk about and who you want us to invite to our Yapper show.
And don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!